So, ladies and gentlemen, there's many Mr. Hockeys in the history of Sweden. This is one of them. The man was smooth. The man was talented. The man was handsome. The man had it all, and he did it all. Played to the highest levels internationally in his home country of Sweden, WHA, NHL. It is my honor and my pleasure, after 37 years as a journalist, to be asked to do a column, be it a podcast, on one of my favorite players of all time. And let me tell you, my only regret, he was never a Montreal Canadian, because this guy was beyond talented and beyond motivating towards what he called the Swedish explosion of the 70s and 80s. Of course, we can only talk about one person, Anders Hedberg. Now, Anders Hedberg, to many, was one of the first European-born players to make a massive impact in North America. And you can't use the word Anders Hedberg without saying his countryman Ulf Nilsson, because he came to the Jets and played with the great Bobby Hull on one of the greatest lines in the history of hockey. When they were flying, ladies and gentlemen, only an act of God could stop them. And that was proven with the Avco Cup. Because I think the only reason why the WHA eventually ended up in the expansion or the merge with NHL, because Hedberg and Bobby Hull and Ulf Nilsson legitimized it, because they brought the European style to Canada. I think the reason why Bobby Hull wanted to play in 72 and did play in 74 to get America ready for the European game, and he blew it wide open. He eventually, when he came over to the New York Rangers, played 7 seasons in the NHL for the Blue and White. Now, when he started his career, he was twice voted the best junior player in Sweden, and as such, the only one. They stopped the award because he knew nobody else could accomplish it. Now, he's also a graduate, get this, from the Stockholm School of Physical Education, so he was always in great shape. Now, Hedberg had played a number of seasons in the Swedish. Started off with the Swedish number 3 league, but then was with Modo AIK, one of the most respected franchises in Swedish Elite League. He moved over to Djurgårdens IF in 74, and then eventually came over to the WHA with Nilsson. Now, he was an instant sensation. He only played 65 games his first year, but got 100 points. And he played along Bobby Hull again and Nilsson. Now, he scored at least 50 goals and 100 points in his other 3 WHA seasons, peaking with a total that may have ended up to Gretzky numbers if he would have played the full year. 70 goals and 61 assists in only 68 games in 1977. Now, would you believe he lost the Avco Cup that year to Quebec? I still don't believe it. Now, he also played a starring role on the Jets winning the Avco Cup in 76 and 78. Now, I think Nilsson and Hedberg were going to see the WHA fold by 79. They were getting their big deal. And in the summer of 78, they both left the WHA to sign with the Rangers for $2.4 million, which is equating to maybe, 15-20 million now. And it's one of the first open acknowledgments that the quality of the WHA was on par with the NHL. So by them signing Hedberg and Nilsson saying, we got to watch the WHA. So you had all the baby bowl signings that came after. Mark Messier was drafted. Gretzky came in the mix, yada, yada, yada. And the rest is history. But the signing broke open the possible merger one season later. Now, as a pro, he recorded 856 professional points in North American hockey over 751 games, and retired from the Rangers in 85, basically to give an opportunity for his body to heal, because he suffered from major injuries and he missed most of the 82 season, as we all know, which kind of complicated his goal. I always thought he was going to score at least 250 goals in the NHL, but it never worked out. But he did get, again, that 400 pro goal mark. Now, after his active career, Hedberg has worked as assistant GM to again, to Greg Patrick. Now, between 91 and 97, he worked as a scout for the Maple Leafs before moving up the position as assistant GM in 97 to 99. In 2000, he was appointed GM of the Swedish national ice hockey team and joined the Ottawa Senators of Director of Player Personnel for 5 years in the 2000s. In August 2007, he returned to New York Rangers as the head professional European scout. He was elected to the Swedish Hockey Hall of Fame in 2012, and him not being in the Hockey Hall of Fame just goes to show my thing. You can only judge a Hall of Fame by who they don't have in it. This guy should be in flying for what he's done internationally for sports. We have an association that has Vaclav and Nemansky, and he's not in. Okay? Let's look at the awards and achievements, just if anybody, if Lanny McDonald's listening. European Junior Championships, 2 bronze medals, 68 and 1970. The World Championships, 4 medals, silver in 70, bronze in Czechoslovakia, 72, bronze in Soviet Union, 73, bronze in Finland, 74. Again, Swedish Junior Player of the Year, 69-70. Best forward at the EJC European Junior Championships, 1970. Lou Capelin, a trophy winner, 75. WHA Second All-Star Team, 75 and 78. WHA First All-Star Team, 76 and 77. AFCO Championships, 76 and 78. He played in the 76 Canada Cup and the 81 Canada Cup. Bill Masterson Trophy winner, 85. NHL All-Star Game in 85. IIHF Hall of Fame in 97. Honored member of the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame. And he was named number 36 Ranger of all time in the 100 Ranger Greats book. Again, inaugural member of the WHA Hall of Fame. And again, 50 goals in 50 games in 1977. And he scored 70 and 68. And this was before Mike Bossy, by the way. And he had an additional 13 points in that playoffs. So 83 goals in 88 games. 160 points. So let's look at the Winnipeg Jets numbers just to put in perspective. Just total points. 100, 105, 131, 122. Never play a full season. 53, 50, 70, 63 in goals. Rangers years. He missed one season. In those years with the Rangers. 33. He made it to the finals against Montreal. He had 5 goals in the playoffs. 32 in 1980. 30 in 81. 25 in 83. 32 in 84. And his last season, again, 20 goals. So NHL totals, 172 goals, 397 points. 65 games. 46 points in the playoffs in 58 games. Great totals. Sweden, 99 games Premier, 103 points. And 35 points in 34 games in the playoffs. WHA, mind-boggling numbers, ladies and gentlemen. 286 games, 236 goals, 222 assists, 458 points, and 63 points in the playoffs in 42 games. Now, world participation. European Championships, 68, 69, 70. He scored 17 goals in 15 games total. 1970 World Championships, 5 points. 72 World Championships, 11 points. 73 Worlds, 7 points, all in 10 games. 74, again, 10 games, 10 points. 76 Canada Cup, 5 points, and Canada Cup in 81, 6 points. So you look at the international numbers, you look at the total numbers. Again, 750 WHA NHL games total, 408 goals, and an additional 57 in the playoffs. 455 goals, ladies and gentlemen. And each goal was big. But the WHA was very strong in the mid-1970s. And to have Winnipeg there, it's mind-boggling again. They should have won that AFCO Cup in 77. It was just, bad luck. Because Tardif and the boys were just a little bit better that year. But Winnipeg's defense wasn't that good that year. And you look at the tapes. By the way, Game 7 of that contest is all over YouTube. Give it a watch. And you can always tell Anders Hedberg he was the Guy Lafleur with the better haircut. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Give us a like, comment, or subscribe. And keep your stick in the ice. Bye.